Hey guys, it's Heather. So this evening, let's just say before we begin, be sure to like, subscribe, and share if you like my content. So now that that's out of the way, how to take your massage next level. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I call myself a very detail-oriented massage therapist. And so you definitely want to think about the details. You want to get like nitty gritty and think about really all the things. That's probably not very helpful, but all the things. So just some little things that you can do. A lot of little things make a big difference overall. So let's go through some of them. So I don't know how your massage room or where you're practicing, your treatment room, whatever, is set up, but you'll want to greet them at the door, or like go out to the waiting room and like greet them yourself. Don't have the receptionist, if you have one, come and get them, unless it has to be that way at your place. But go out there and greet them and let them know that like you're very happy to see them, and ask them if they found it okay and how their day is going, and like all those little things. Be likable. I hope I don't have to say what all of those things are, because that can encompass like 27 million thousand bazillion different things on how to be likable. But just be like a likable person. When you do the health intake with them, listen. Super listen. Let them know that you're listening. Look at them. You don't want to be the type of person that's just like writing or typing the whole time. Write down the pertinent things if you need to, but really you should be listening and focusing on them. Repeat things back, summarize what they said so that they know that you've heard them. Ask a lot of really great questions. They're like, it's all, online, like really great health intake forms that you can go over, like get detailed. And it really depends on where you work, how this works out. But I schedule half an hour between clients so that I don't run into this issue. And I do not, the clock, and I tell people this when they come in and they sit down and we start talking. I ask a lot of questions, and, we can talk like, 10, 12 minutes sometimes before, we even get down to anything massage. And I let them know to begin with, our time does not start until you're on the table and I put my hands down for the massage. Like until I'm like physically touching you, clock doesn't start. So we've got time to talk. Let people know that. If you work for somebody else and that's not an option, do what you can do. Of course, do what you can do. Table warmer. I know that's pretty standard, but if you don't have one, get one. Maybe heat it up on, turn it to low or something before a client comes in. So it's like, a little nice and toasty when they get in there. Obviously, if this is somebody that you've worked with before, and they don't want the table warmer on, keep it off. I feel like you want to take all the senses into consideration for a really phenomenal next level experience. My nose has been itching and I've been trying really hard not to scratch it. Next level experience. Take all 5 of your senses into consideration. So touch, taste, hearing, sight, smell. So with touch, make the sheets, something that feels like nice, like satiny or really smooth, or like flannel sheets, something that feels good when you get on there. You can do this cheaply. Like you do not have to spend an arm and a leg like for example, if you're buying massage specific sheets, yeah, they might get a little bit pricey. I don't use massage specific sheets. Like I use twin bed sheets, and you can get some like nice feeling stuff for not that much money. I usually don't spend more than like $15 for a sheet set, and like every couple months, 2-3 months, maybe once a quarter, I'll go out and buy 4 or 5 new sets of sheets, so that they're always like looking good, feeling good, that kind of stuff. Oh, and the blanket, like something fuzzy, or something that just like something that feels good. Like when they touch it, it feels nice. And then, I mean, you can even incorporate taste here. Like you can offer somebody a beverage when they first come in, like tea, have like an assortment of tea bags. And when they come in, before you start talking, you can already have the water, warmed up, and you can just say, like, I have XYZ tea. Would you like some? And, give them some tea. And then for the, afterwards, I offer, a little like, chocolates, and good chocolates, and, like a 10-ounce bottle of water. You can have mints out, so, have, nice soothing music, like whatever service you use for music. You can type in massage music, relaxation music, like new age, binaural beats, whatever, like all, that kind of stuff, meditation music. And lots of stuff will come up. I try to stay away from things with words, especially like recognizable words. Like sometimes like in meditation music or whatever, like you might hear like vocalization, but sometimes I feel like if there are words in the song, that people will try to pay attention to what the words are saying, and it takes a little bit away from the massage. You can have a water fountain. Some people like to listen to that noise. Like maybe you've got like chimes outside, little tinkly chimes, not like something crazy. And, when the wind blows, like maybe you can hear some like faint chiming, things like that. Like take those things into consideration. So, sight, you want to have a nice, something that looks good when they walk in. You don't even have to spend a fortune. Just nice, professional, somewhere that you like to be in, that when you go into work, like it makes you feel good to be there to work. Like that's always how I've approached massage, that like if I feel good being in there, if I feel good working in that space. And I also feel like if it's somewhere, like even when you're not massaging, if it's somewhere that you would want to go and just like peace out for a while, then you're probably doing pretty good. This is my massage room in my house. I've had massage rooms at other places. I've rented from chiropractors. I've been in yoga studios. I've just rented space in a regular, office complex. And my room has always been such that sometimes on evenings that I just like want to get away from my family and just, or, from studying or like whatever I'm doing at whatever times in my life, I'll just go sit in my massage room. And if I work there and I still want to like hang out there and just like chill out sometimes, then that's kind of like my measure of massage treatment room success. Does it look good? Does it feel good? Does it pass the vibe check? And then smells. This can be a really tricky one where, smells can be overwhelming for some people, or they can cause migraines or things like that. So you don't want to make things smelly before somebody comes in unless you know them and you know what they like, and then like, sure, like, have it ready. Like, that's really nice. Like, if it's a new person, be mindful of the scents and don't have smelly stuff unless they come in, and then offer them. Like, if you've got essential oils, or if you've got like blends for your lotion, offer it when they come in. That can be a really nice thing. So you will want to have warm hands when you touch somebody. I am the poor circulation queen. My hands and feet are usually cold. It doesn't matter what time of year it is, but my hands and feet are often cold. I don't touch people with cold hands, though. When I go in before the massage, I will run my hands, when I'm washing my hands, under warm water. And then another next level thing that you can do is have some hot towels. Like, it's super cheap. It's such a cheap, like, upgrade. It costs you almost nothing. Like, go to Walmart or some other place like that and buy like bulk, like, hand towels, and, wet them down, stick them in the microwave, and then stick them in your hot towel warmer so that they're ready to go when that first client comes in. And not only does that feel super awesome and relaxing, of course, you don't want to burn anyone. You want to, like, check it on yourself, like, touch it before, when you take it out of the warmer, touch it yourself. If you can hold it in your own hands for 10 seconds, you're probably fine. If the person doesn't have contraindications for heat, of course. And, if you're starting on somebody's back, like, put the, spread out the towel and start, do some compression on somebody's back with that warm towel. If they're, face up, start on their feet, or like, right here, or like roll it under and put it under the backs of the back of their neck when they're face up. You can take a dry hand towel and put it under them on top of the sheets, so you don't get the sheets wet, and then unroll it, make sure it's not too hot, roll it back up, and then stick it as a roll under their neck while they're face up. And people love that, and it costs you almost nothing. It's such a next level nice thing to do. And then it also ensures that you're not in there touching people with cold hands. I mean, it might be cold hands, warm heart, but it might not come back either. You want to pay total attention to whoever you are working with. You don't want to be thinking about your grocery list. You don't want to be thinking about what you need to do next, or with your day, or whatever. You want to be paying total attention to them from the time that you're doing like the health intake, and they're talking, and like you're listening, you're giving them your full attention, to even when like they're on the table, eyes closed, maybe even asleep. Don't zone out. They can, you can't. Like, you really need to stay present and mindful, and like, you can zone out in kind of like a trance-like state. I definitely do that, like, just get like super chill and relaxed while I'm also doing massage. But like, that can be done while you're still paying attention to them. Like, don't phone it in. Like, this isn't like, on autopilot. You want to customize each session to whoever you're working on. Like, if you can do the whole thing, like how, if you've ever been driving before and you get home and you're like, I don't remember the last 5 miles. Like, how did I get home? You were like that zoned out thinking about something else. Don't do that with massage. If you get to that point and that's like how you're working, you're not paying attention. Like you're just like doing a routine. And it shouldn't be a routine. It should be like you are focused on them and what they need, and like your assessment and what you find when you get in there, and like pay attention to it. Like it makes such a big difference. Like I swear to you, they can feel it, even if they don't know that that's the difference or like that's what you're doing. But like if you pay attention and you're like in the zone and like with them, present with them the whole time, it makes such a big difference. They can totally feel that. Oh, another thing, like this goes with the hot towels kind of thing, like a sugar scrub for their feet. You can, I mean, of course you can, offer that as an upgrade, like you can charge for it. But if you make it yourself, it is like pennies. It is pennies. Like take your, I use lotion, so it's easier for me to make it. But you take your massage lotion and you mix in like copious amounts of sugar, and you put in essential oils. I do peppermint. I have a peppermint one, I have a lavender one, and I have an unscented one. And, I let people choose from those. It costs pennies. Like, it's like nothing. And, you have like a few hot towels. While somebody's face up, you can, when you first turn them over, you can put some towels on their feet, let their feet like, soak, heat up in the hot towels. You can do the sugar scrub all over their feet. Make sure they don't have like contraindications, like diabetes or like open sores or anything like that. You don't want to be like rough on feet like that. And then, get a couple more hot towels, and, make sure you've got like a bigger towel underneath, a dry towel underneath, so that the sheets and stuff don't get wet. And then, once you do the scrub, you can take more towels and just start wiping off the sugar. You'll probably need like 4, 5, 6 towels for this. So it might be like more to wash, but it's a really, really nice thing to add. And it is super cheap. It's like the towels and your lubricant, some lotion, and some sugar and essential oils. Start with the problem area. Like this goes back to really listening to them. So if they come in and they say, my left shoulder is really bothering me today, and I always have clients rate their pain, on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you at right now? And then I ask them again after. It can be like something more objective. But whatever they come in with, or sometimes people will say, okay, the right side of my low back is bothering me and the left side of my neck, and those are the things that I would like you to focus on today. And they say, well, I would like full body, or whatever they want, and I want you to concentrate on those areas. And I will say, okay, which of those things, left side of the neck or shoulder, right side of the low back, which one would you call issue number 1? And then I'll say, okay, like left shoulder, left side of my neck. And that's where I'll start. And you've probably been taught in massage school that, say, the left side of their shoulder, if that's what is bothering them, you want to work on the right side first, just to assess like maybe what their normal is. But I have found that for the most part, if somebody has a problem on one side, they're generally going to have like some pretty comparable stuff on the other side that just may not be talking to them at the moment. And so I don't spend that much time working on the opposite side first. Like I'll assess both areas, and I'll, like maybe do some compression, like, do some kind of stuff to like assess, do some myofascial release, things like that, and assess, you know, one versus the other. But I don't spend a lot of time on the opposite side after my assessment, and I'll go straight to whatever they've told me. And I find that like they feel like they're heard, like you listened to them, like you took their needs into consideration. Like, I came in here for this problem and I want this worked out, you know, as much as you can in one session. So I start with that thing. And so I let people know, hey, I'm listening to you. I hear you. This is really bothering you. Let's get right down to it. Provide impeccable client education. As with the complete health intake before, you want to do complete client education after. Like you know, you don't want to inundate them with homework. You don't want to overwhelm them. Nobody likes homework. But you want to give them something that they can do at home so that they can help themselves, because you are a team. They need to be working on things at home because, you know, chances are it's not going to get better. Like most people can't get a massage every single day to make like the kind of impact, to elicit the kind of, you know, quick change that you and they would probably also like. So you want to give them things that they can do at home. You know, whether it be stretches, or like one of my go-to things is tell them to get like a tennis ball or a golf ball and either, you know, up against the wall or down against the floor, and say like, I'm going to go back to left shoulder again, because that's my area. You can put that ball, like the tennis ball, up against any knots or sore spots or whatever they've got in there, trigger points, and then just have them like lean up against the wall and like press into it. And, you know, tell them to like be careful not to, you know, press too hard, like, you know, go too hard with it or anything. They don't want to bruise themselves, but that's something that they can do at home. You know, hot soaks, like meditation, you know, like whatever, like give them something that they can do at home. Like be complete with them. If you feel like they need referrals, give them referrals. Like, you know, serve these people, like help these people, assist them, and tell them what you think they need. Like, you are the professional. They are there for your professional advice. Give it to them. Be very specific with your work. If they say that, like, let's use left shoulder as an example again. Be really, really specific. Like, get in there, spend time, work on like all the structures surrounding, go up a joint, go down a joint, check how like those things are doing. Like, that would be like if somebody's elbow was bothering them, and, you know, like check the wrist, check the shoulder, like go up and go below and above, and just like be super specific and detailed, and like really hang out with whatever is going on. You know, don't just like, unless they just want like long relaxation kind of strokes or whatever, like just like really get in there and sink in and stick with stuff. I also give people goodie bags to leave. I get like those little clear party bags with the little twist ties, and I put a couple business cards in there, one for them, one for a friend. I do 10-ounce bottles of water, a chocolate, a couple mints, and I throw in like I buy bulk tennis balls, and I put like a tennis ball in there, and then they get like the tennis ball and everything else on their first visit, and then their second visit, you know, they just get like, you know, chocolate, mints, water, not the tennis ball. But yeah, like those are just a lot of little ways, just like take your massage to the next level. I'm rooting for you. Good luck.